What's up, everybody? Mr.Irrelevant here, back with another video. And today we're going to get right into it. There's a few things that I wanted to share and get off my chest with the recent shootings that have taken place across the country, at Michigan State University, and then another one in El Paso. I just felt the need to make a video discussing some of the gun violence that's taken place and some solutions on what we can do to try to reduce some of these things that continue to happen across our country. And what's not going to happen in this video is I'm not going to call out any individual lawmakers, not calling out anybody individually in the House of Representatives or in the Senate or the president or former presidents, anything like that. I really wish that we could come together and bring about some changes in this country. I think one thing that we all can agree on, no matter if you're on the right, the left, whatever, and somewhere in the middle, I believe we all can agree that we have a gun violence problem in this country. And I think that's a starting point. Now, where we go from there, how we resolve it, how we reduce some of these violent acts that are taking place, those are to be debated. I understand that it's a complex issue, but I do believe that we can start by agreeing that we do have a problem. So there's two things that I would like to see happen just right away. The first one does go to our lawmakers in the House of Representatives. I do believe that every single member in the House of Representatives, because they were all elected, I believe that the House should hold a hearing and each member should be required to get up and speak about gun violence in this country and offer at least one solution or one law or one policy that they would like to see put in place that's going to reduce gun violence. Because the one thing is, if any of them get up there and feel as if there's not a problem, I think that would speak volumes to the country and to their constituents that put them in office. So I'd be really curious to see what they would speak about and what solutions they would offer, even if it was, just railing against the other side and going off on how past policies have led to increase in gun violence. I just really would like to hear from every member of the House of Representatives so they can offer solutions. And hopefully there are some real solutions that would come about as a result of this hearing. We seem to have a hearing on everything else that the nation doesn't really care about, the people don't really care about. So I feel like this would be something that would be at least worth the time to discuss. And the second thing is, well, before I discuss, there's a policy I would like to see put in place. And I'm not a lawyer, I don't claim to be one, but I do believe that these mass shootings that we have, and especially with the school shootings, I believe that if a parent has a child who commits one of these heinous acts, I believe they should be held accountable. Now, not in every single case, only in cases where the firearm was purchased for that individual when things didn't align correctly, when it was proven that there was past issues where this person should not be capable of owning a firearm. So in those cases where the parent made it easy or accessible for them, I believe they should be held accountable. If a gun was not locked up correctly and the shooter somehow got the gun, whether it was a safe was unlocked or firearm was not even in a safe, any of those type of situations, I believe the parents should be held accountable. Now, some of these laws may already be in place in different individual states, but I believe that we need a federal law for this. And I feel like if more parents were held accountable, and if more parents felt responsible for, you know, things that their kid could do with the firearm, I believe that the parents would be a little bit more responsible and take a little bit better care on making sure that their firearms were locked up. And just to go back, I want to speak a little bit about my history. I sold firearms for many years, working at a sporting goods store, hundreds of them. I have no issue whatsoever with firearms. I have no issue with the Second Amendment. The things I'm offering do not infringe upon anybody's rights. Doesn't make it harder for anybody to purchase a firearm legally or anything like that. So the many customers I had over the years that I spoke to about firearms and firearm safety, one thing I know is that after the Second Amendment, the next thing that they care about in regards to firearms is firearm safety and responsible gun ownership. So I do feel like that's an area where we can make some common ground. Parents that are irresponsible and reckless with leaving firearms out and make it easy for their kids, teenagers, whoever, to get a hold of their firearms, I believe that the majority of the country can agree that they should be held accountable for that. There's certain mistakes that we cannot make, you know, in this country, in this society, and being reckless with firearms is one of them. So these are two things that I would like to see happen immediately. Again, with the hearing in the House, we have hearings all the time, which don't really seem to accomplish anything. So at least this would be addressing a serious problem that we have going on in this country. But again, we have to have a starting point, and we gotta see eye to eye on something to make some common ground. So I really wish that we can get to that point to where we can have those discussions and find some solutions to reduce the gun violence that we have going on in this country. That's all I have, guys. Go be great. Mr. Irrelevant signing out, and I'll talk to you later.